I would take one for free.
I think all of us would. I'm just saying, you know.
Yeah, you gotta have a plan though. You gotta have a plan. For
You gotta plan it.
Oh, there'll be a plan. There'll be a plan.
You gotta set the mood. You gotta know that it's almost a sure thing, and that you have room service available.
It's gonna be sure, but you do. So you could do one. You could get the food before you go to the room. Like you do the little stuff.
Well, then you need something to possibly warm it up, depending on the food.
Oh, you get a room with a microwave, possibly a hot tub. You know, you gotta really plan for it. Like you gotta be prepared. I'm just saying, like so. Blue chew.
I think we need.
You know what I mean?
I think we need to reach out for sponsors here.
Blue chew or Roman swipes. Swipe that up.
Roman swipes.
I don't know what a Roman swipe.
I don't have no idea.
It's like it's same as blue chew. You just rub it on you instead of taking the pill.
Okay, I never knew that. Yeah.
You know.
What the?
Yeah.
Edward Scissorhands can't do that.
No.
Oh, that's a good segue right there.
Great segue.
He can't do third base.
Let's start with that.
He can't go down.
Let's start with that.
Chopping shit up.
A lot of blood in that scenario.
Yeah. Wrong genre.
Yeah.
I mean, Edward Scissorhands. Like, first off, the movie's great, but like Tim Burton is such an emo guy, right?
Yeah.
Like
all his movies are dark.
He used all his clout to make this movie, basically, and it's good. It's a great movie, but this guy, it's just like about some. It's a weirdo fairy tale about some guy who doesn't talk. He's got scissors for hands. Like, how the fuck?
He's like a Frankenstein, basically.
How did this even? Yeah, like the trailers are interesting, but you're at the same time, we're like, how the fuck did this even get made?
Yeah.
I mean, it was really because he had clout because of Batman.
Yeah.
And Beetlejuice.
You know. But Batman was where it was really at because it was so big. Big when he made Batman.
It's hard to rate the trailers after you've seen it like multiple times.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird. So, but if I'm gonna go by like make believe, I never seen this because I was a fan of the Tim Burton style and everything in a film like that. I would probably say a 7 for the trailer.
Got it.
You got to bring into it. It's hard to bring into account for the time frame of the movie too. I think we're trying to judge this trailer in 2021. When the fuck?
Yeah, that too. Yeah, exactly.
Early 90s.
I think so. Yeah.
I think the Edward Scissorhands trailer was pretty good. I think it actually kind of pretty accurately described.
Though I like the trailer was about interesting.
Without
did you give
giving away too much? It doesn't give away too much, but it kind of He's a weird guy who's from some fucking place on some building up there, and this woman finds him, and then she takes him into this world, and then he's stuck in suburbia, the worst place you can possibly be.
It is,
and he's just some weird. Like he's just some weird pasty emo guy with scissor hands.
It's true.
I like
There's
how
story.
the soundtrack switched in the middle of it. The soundtrack switched in the middle of it, so you felt the melancholy and the kind of switch on the misunderstanding and them coming after him now as the monster aspect in it. So that was kind of dope for me.
Yeah.
So what's the score? So you guys give him? I give it a 7.
I gave it a 7.
I'm giving it a 7 for the trailer.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
I'll give it an 8. I think it was good.
I'm gonna give it an 8 for the trailer. The trailer was awesome.
Right. Yeah. So let's want to jump to the other one.
But hold up. Before going back to the conversation we were having pre-record because
the blue pill.
No, not that one. No. The blue pill and the blue pill and the blue pill was the one that Ibrahim was talking about as far as the narrators for trailers. I missed that.
Oh. The voice.
I don't know if I miss it or not, but it's very kind of different.
It did just stop at some point.
Yeah, it just stopped.
Well, it was made for like action films more like that. One guy.
In a world when.
There you go. Yeah, that stuff.
Dude,
that
you know there's a movie called In a World, and I forgot who was in it, but it wasn't even.
Yeah, that was the famous guy. That was the famous trailer narrator, and he's dead. And I feel like after he died,
they got rid of it. They're like, you can't have his voices done.
Well, in case Hollywood, you ever need a replacement, I am here for you. I will narrate all of your shitty films.
I feel like some point in the mid 2000s, that shit just stopped. Like 2005 or 6, they just told we're not going to.
What are they going to do when Morgan Freeman dies? Narration dies completely.
It does. There's no more narrator.
Oh my god.
The long history of narrators ends here with the final thread pulled of the history of narrators.
Oh my god.
We're not gonna do that to Mr. Morgan Freeman, Chris. Not no.
I just said what happens.
No, nothing happens. The world stops
because he'll live forever.
Yeah.
So
I'm worried.
Does anyone prefer trailers with narrators?
Me.
I was actually super hyped at it. I was like, "This is dope." I miss
it does. It makes it like they like pinpoint shit out, like amplify it. It's interesting, especially like I said, the action movies. Like the guy, can he save the world and doing this? And you're like, yeah, all right, okay. So I don't know. I did miss it, but I also don't listen to trailers anymore.
Yeah,
I don't. I just go into the movie. I don't want nothing wrong because they give more and more like every trailer.
So
like if we jump to the next one, they gave away the whole movie.
Yeah,
my best friend wedding trailer.
With like TV spots, did those have narrator too? Like the short TV spots, like back in the day. I feel like some of them did.
Sometimes
some did for like some of the bigger shows. I'm sure they did.
I'm trying to think of one.
I feel like mostly like kid stuff, like Disney shit will have something going.
Fun voice.
Come on a journey with so blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? Or they tell you like the story of like Coco and stuff. You know what I mean? You got the characters' interactions, but then there's like this voiceover. I think at sometimes.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think. Do they still do that as frequently as they used to?
Do they do it for watching House Girls?
It's
like NYPD Blue or something like that, or Law and Order.
Probably depends on the movie, but I'm sure it's still out there.
You know, I think here's my theory. You know why I think it was really? I think what they started doing was they started blasting the music, the trailer music, and so you can't have a narrator if it's like, you know, that kind of shit. Like it's gonna be drowned out by the trailer music, which they're blasting.
Yeah.
You know,
action movies, they do that. They amplify an action scene and they fucking have it overbearing with the people screaming as the scene's occurring. There's no actual narration, and
because the thing that comes to my mind is like the Christopher Nolan trailers, like The Dark Knight and Inception and those kind of movies. No voiceover, but like that score, they heightened the score. They turned that shit up to an 11. And it was the music more than anything else was what was kind of selling you on something. Those are trailers really good. Like the Dark Knight trailer and Inception are both really, really good. And it's the music is, I feel like, what really kind of sells you on the vibe of it.
What do you guys think about My Best Friend?
I think it's pretty packed. They give a lot away, a lot in there.
Yeah,
I feel like, even though I don't think you can necessarily predict the ending from it. I think you have a good idea of how the story's going to go.
Yeah.
That's always like the eternal issue with trailers, right? Is like, how do you sell the thing without giving everything away? Because like, that trailer was like, I mean, you see almost everything.
The whole story.
The whole fucking story. And then like, but I mean, at the same time, okay, the premise is they're friends, but she likes him and he's getting married to someone else. And so you just got to be like, okay, she's either going to try and fuck up this wedding and get with him, or he's going to get with the other girl. That's the only way this thing ends, right?
Yeah.
It's the question what happens in the middle. Is it funny or not?
I think that's why I'm only giving the trailer a 5. It gave way too much information.
Yeah, I give the trailer itself probably a 4. Other than because of just how predictable some of the jokes are probably going to be and how some of it's going to play out. And the fact that it gives away the whole entire, I know if I was going to see this in a theater, I know how I'm going to spend my hour and a half, what I'm going to be watching.
Yeah.
You know what? I really kind of want to see the trailer for fucking Sex and the City movie. I'm kind of curious. Right? I'm kind of curious how much that one gives away, because that would be like a good contrast.
Probably everything.
We could always do the sequel. We could do a full episode on the sequel.
Where they go to Dubai.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys want to, we can.
I just got a chill down my spine.
My significant other would love it. I'm sure
all of our significant others would love it. Which, by the way, Puerto Rican Chris, does your significant other, she like a movie person? Ish?
To a certain extent. She's a very much like a mood person. So whatever mood she's in is like the type of movie she wants to watch.
She can give us like 3 or 4 movies to throw on the Chicks Picks wheel.
Yeah, I can ask her. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Why not? Start filling her back up again.
Yeah.
Trailer for this thing. Yeah, the highlight of the trailer for me was the narrator. The events of the way they cut it up and kind of show, like, I don't remember either of these movies, so it's going to be good to watch them again because I haven't seen Edward Scissorhands since, I don't know, probably the mid 90s at the latest. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
haven't
so
seen
it's like,
that.
all right. Yeah, I'm sure it'll jog, but this my best friend. I'm sure I saw it at some point, and I probably when did this thing come out? Like 94, 96?
It was 97, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I didn't pay that much attention to it to really give a shit about the context or like the storyline to it or anything. So I'm gonna pay attention to it now. But other than that, it's not something that I would be rushing out to see. This is definitely something that if like mom and pops grabbed it while they were at the video store and I had to watch it, I would be watching it type deal.
Nice. So what'd you say you gave it again?
4.
4? I got to grab our ratings. Remember our ratings from the movie review. I'll do that off camera. I forgot, so I can save it on the sheet. But
I gave it a 5. I think it's average. I think like we're not really the target audience.
No.
Yeah.
I think for the target audience, I think this trailer would do well because it's like, right, like what's the whole reason why people watch this movie? Julia Roberts is in it.
Mm-hmm.
Cameron Diaz is in it, and it's funny and it's romantic.
Rom-com.
And the trailer gives you all of that, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it definitely does. It definitely freaking does. And it's obviously it's geared more towards the females. This is like their type of comedy right here.
Yeah.
Us, we're simple. You could tell a bunch of dick and fart jokes through the whole movie and we're laughing. Women want like that deeper, they want too much. Like, come on now. This is too much. And what the hell's so funny about her going to get you some coffee? That's not funny.
Like I feel like if the editors or whatnot that are chopping up these trailers or whatnot kind of took the approach of like the synapse on the back of a book where it kind of gives you a little bit of, hey, what the theme is, but not exactly what's going to happen in it. And then to make you enticed to want to watch it, like find out type deal. Now, obviously you can't be cheesy and be like, pow, Batman, find out next week. You know what I mean? But entice enough to cause you to want to take action to see the movie. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying, yeah. But with all that being said, I'm going to give this trailer a 5 as well. You get what you get from it. It's going to be one of those films I hope we have a little debate over. Probably won't be like Sex and the City debate, but hopefully have a little debate over.
Never ending.
We'll make our jokes like we always do. Somehow we'll throw R. Kelly into it. I know we will because we're that good. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I ain't got much else to say. I guess we can pull up our this. And Puerto Rican Chris, can you take it away for these 4?
What's up? It's the Worst Damn Gamer. Catch me on Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. I do video games. I'm here with the guys doing movies. I got a bunch of other stuff I'm working on that's coming out that should be dropping very, very shortly. We got The Devil Made Me Do It, which is a serial killer podcast with Joe as well, affiliated, who is from Any Last Words. She does kind of a horror lifestyle, food, cooking type genre thing. Catch her on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram as well. And So Good It's Scary. If you got some type of short film, you're an independent filmmaker, get it up if it's 30 minutes or under so that we can possibly review it as well for you.
There you go.
Facebook and Instagram.
Hell yeah. And then you have Horror Research 30 live shows every Tuesday night and Thursday night, 9 o'clock Eastern time. You heard that right. Tuesday, Thursday, 9 o'clock Eastern time. Popcorn and Pints is every Saturday night, 9 o'clock Eastern time. Again, that's 9 o'clock Eastern time every single Saturday. Stories from a Bar, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, anywhere you listen to podcasts, including YouTube. Go check that awesome fucking podcast out. It's all about breweries around the 518, the Capital Region area. Yeah, New York. And then you have Deep Focus Cinema. I've told you guys this before. You hear how Ibrahim deep dives in these films. Well, it's him and his co-host on there deep diving in films. It's like Ibrahim talking to himself, but just like a different race, a different version, different gender, whatever the case may be. But it's something like that. It's very fucking awesome and very informative. Go check that shit out. Ibrahim, you got to bring some of them on here when you can, if you can, man. It'd be fun to have them here with us.
Yeah, some of it has to do with scheduling, but I could find people. I mean, if you wanna, you know, scour like my whole thing honestly is scouring the internet for random people that I want to talk to. So I can find some cool people to talk to.
I'm cool with that because I'm going to do the same on my end, like in the podcast groups where people are always, you know, they want to be guests on podcasts. I'll reach out to them like, hey, this is what we're reviewing. If you want to join us, join us. Actually, one guy I told him the 25th, so that'd be next weekend, and another guy told him the 2nd for Popcorn and Pints. So I'll let them know we're reviewing Edward Scissorhands and this movie here, and they want to join. Not.
Yeah, and just like a note for my podcast, I should be returning next Sunday. We're doing a movie. I think it's called The 13th Floor. It's like some late 90s sci-fi movie.
Oh, I think I know what it is.
Okay.
I think I've seen that.
Nice. I haven't seen it yet, but yeah, that'll be fun to talk about.
All right.
Nice. And like I said too, but you know what? We can wrap this up and I'll tell you off scene. But yeah, people, that's a trailer review. That's what we think. You want to figure out what the movie review is? Make sure you tune in next Saturday, 9 o'clock Eastern time. Next Saturday, 9 o'clock Eastern time, get our review on that. And with that being said, thanks for popping by, and peace, peace, peace.